guess what? It's Thursday. Still been a bit hectic, however, the main reason for this being my first run since my last run of last week, and my only run of last week, and judging from the weather, it may be my only run of this week. If I get everything done in time tomorrow, then I might try and sneak another one out if the rain holds off like it's forecast. It's just I've been weather dodging. Like I say, I've got a week till my first 10k, and then, or a week on Saturday till my first 10k, and then I've got another one after that, and I just don't want to risk getting sick. I know it's feeble, should be running in all weathers, but like I said before, I've been so ill the first half of this year that I just don't want to take a chance. I will get my flu jab, but after my 10k's and not before, because I don't want to risk getting slightly unwell because of the jab. So on tonight I'm doing on and offs. I've got half miles on at 10k pace, which is sub 6:45 I believe, and then half mile recoveries. I've got 6 of those with a cool down and cool up and a warm up beforehand, which will be about 3 miles each way. So it's 3 miles, so that's 12 miles thereabouts, as long as the weather holds out and I don't have to cut it short. But yeah, so far so good. What I want to do is, because I felt so good after my last run, and I'm feeling really good now, I've just done all my drills and warm-ups, is I want to compare the last time I did this run to today to see if it's all in my head or whether I'm actually doing better than I did last time. So I'll check back in with you at the beach just before I start the first interval, and we'll see how it goes after that. I'm 2.7 miles in at the moment. I've just crossed over the road to the beach, so I've got not too long before I start my first rep. It's quite windy now. First half is going to be wind assisted. Second half, when I turn around, I'm going to be on the cliff tops, so I'm really going to feel the wind then, so I doubt very much I'm going to be able to keep the pace, but I'm going to give it a shot, which is the important thing. I actually sat at home for about half an hour to an hour procrastinating, trying to find reasons not to come out and run. And I think this close to a race, I go into self-sabotage mode, so I can then justify not meeting my goals. So I've really forced myself to come out. Quite enjoying it now I'm out here, and I'm actually really looking forward to the intervals and comparing the data to last time. One thing I noticed on the data on my easy run, which was a half marathon that I did, that my stride lengths are, I believe, 1 meter 6 centimeters in length, whereas previously they'd always been about 1 meter 102. So just from doing the strength and conditioning, my stride length on that particular run, the average was longer, and I did a lot of walking in that one as well, because it was an easy run, so I stopped to do all the recording most of the time. So it'll be interesting to see how that carries forth onto the stride lengths on the intervals, and I'm really pushing it. So I'm gonna run the next quarter of a mile at an easy pace and then start the first interval, and we'll see what happens after that. So first rep over. I think it went all right. I was sort of all over the place. It's a bit too fast at the beginning, showing me it was about sub 6:30, and then it started climbing back up to 7, so I didn't focus on the pace, and obviously now it started to rain. Not too bad, but I may as well get it over with now, because even if I turn back now I'm still going to get soaked. So much for the weather forecast. Thank you, Storm Kieran. Right then, so got about 3/4, or about a third of a mile to go before I start again, so I'm just going to jog to keep my legs warm because the wind is cold. I'm just going to keep running on this one. I can feel how cold the wind is in my back. So that was the second rep. So I'm just in the cool down, and that second rep took me on the steepest part of the course going uphill, so you'll see where my pace dropped off there. On a positive note, I've got to run down it, so hopefully it's not going to balance itself out because there's quite a sharp turn at the end, and if I don't take the turn it's a brick wall. So just going to keep going, and then got my third rep. Then after the cool down I'll turn around, and then after the fourth rep I'll make another recording. So hopefully it'll be okay with the wind. I'm not sure if you'll hear it, but we'll give it a go. It's all about sharing the experience. And again, just like last week, even though I've not been running, I've been doing the effort in the strength and conditioning, and I feel really good. Halfway in, I'm on my third recovery jog, but I'm walking. I really should be jogging, but I can't actually see in front of me with the light from the GoPro. So just doing that. Probably wondering why, if I'm training for a 10K, why I'm doing such long runs. And they're not even, I don't even class them as my long run, they're just easy runs or intervals where they're all seem to be hovering between, say, 12 to half marathon distance. When I'm only training for a 10K, which is what, 6.2 miles. It's because I'm also planning ahead, and where I have my half marathon and marathon at the first half of next year, I'm laying the base for that as well. So I'm going forward, when I start training for the marathon, I'm going to be doing my highest volume mileage leading up to it that I've ever done. I'm not training for the half marathon. I always use it as a tune-up race to give me an idea on where my fitness level is. So that's the reason for such long distance running. I know I'm failing with the consistency, but I just don't want to get sick. So I know it was raining a few minutes ago, but it's now stopped, which is nice. But I don't know if you can hear the wind or if the mic is picking it up. But I'm not in for a treat on the way back, that's for sure. So it's really going to have to dig in there. I've had one gel, I've got another one as backup. Whether I need it or not, I don't know. So we shall see. So, wind is so strong, not sure if you can hear it. Didn't pick it up. I didn't actually hear my watch bleep, so I checked to see how my pace was. And I'd already run 0.10 of a mile in my recovery. So I'm gonna have to pay closer attention next time. But it is literally running into a brick wall. However, on the positive side, this is part of the marathon, and some of it's also part of the half marathon that I'll be doing next year. So there is no guarantee that the wind isn't going to be like this on race day. So it's great training, and it's also the same wind I'll be facing at the Brighton 10K if it's like this on the day. So if anything, I'm getting prepared for it, that's for sure. But yeah, I've got 2 more reps before an easy jog back or an easy run back, and I'm really loving it. I'm enjoying the run. I'm glad I came out. Bit disappointed that I procrastinated for so long, but Ditto had fallen asleep on me, and she wasn't asleep, she was just lying on me and just looking at me with half closed eyes, and I felt so guilty about disturbing her that I just sat there for a while. So yes, I'm blaming Ditto. That I can hear the waves, and the wind is keeping me cool, which I love. So yeah, all good. Let's get back to it. I've got 0.3 of a mile left, so I've got to pick the pace up before I freeze. It's the last rep done, and as I thought, running into the wind, there's no chance. I mean, it's interesting to see what I actually managed to do when I look back at the data. Oh my god. I'm pleased with the effort I've put in, and as always, you just hope that the training was harder than the race. So we'll see. The weather gives me a break Saturday morning. I'll do a park run. Don't know if there's a PB in me. I need to get my nutrition right. I've been failing at that. This run's basically been powered by a packet of custard creams and a large pack of What's-Its with 2 large bowls of cornflakes. And that was pretty much the same for yesterday as well. So I've got to get onto the nutrition side. Been failing at that badly. So we shall see. It'll all come together. I'm working on the hydration, taking my electrolyte tablets, taking 1 a day. So I just got to get the right fuel in now as well. So this is possibly the last run of the week, and the only run of the week. Like I say, if I can, I will try and get out to do the park run, but the forecast stays as it is. No chance. Not with a week till race day. So thanks for watching.